think he works tomorrow, so we'll talk with him tomorrow.
Phil,
Oh, I'm home, Phil.
that's
Hey,
Phil.
I apologize.
Eventually, you're gonna have to pack it when you see it over.
How are you this morning?
His phone, we don't know it when you forward me.
Oh. Yeah, I will. I just said to call her. I called her and. What's the new bill?
New totals.
How much are AEDs now, you know? $1,500, oh, real. Or were they 500?
No, they were 1,200, I thought.
It's somewhere in that ballpark.
Hey, I need that
Somewhere
paper
between
back.
800.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, this was for.
That's
Andrew did a room purchase.
That's what I was just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you weren't on that yet.
I better should, but I talked to Russ, and he said he was ordering them on the 20th.
Okay,
Man.
they gave me a last year at Lapeer Township Board. I just wondered what I know they bought 39 of them
And I have a stamp.
for a bulk purchase.
Oh, we should have been on, we were on the list.
We were on the
Yeah.
list, I talked to Russ, so. I don't know what we're gonna do with the old one.
Please, yeah, okay.
Bill is, one of my son's buddies are the police officer in Lowell. And he was, I was talking to him, I was over there this weekend. Yeah, just in Lapeer, I was at the EMS building, at some training for
Yeah.
life saving of some sort.
Yeah.
And we were just in Lapeer, a training session there at the police department.
So how was it going across I-96?
It's a long stretch of,
Center Lane.
yeah. And but 69 had construction.
Yeah, Center Lane.
But there was an accident. Two cars come together right up at the end of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody trying to sneak in.
Somebody didn't want
All of them in Ward Township,
to. I don't heard
you
that.
know,
So
west
96
half
has
of
the
the
Johnson School in it right now.
Oh, yeah.
precinct.
All right, let's call this meeting to order on June the 8th at 8:30 in the morning. We'll start with pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, approval of the agenda. Is there any additions or subtractions?
Hearing none, I'll make the motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Support. Motion and support to approve as presented. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public time, 3 minutes for anything that you would like to speak about.
Hi there, I'm Elizabeth Lowe. I'm representing Lapeer Strike Zone Robotics Team. And I don't know if you're familiar with the team, but they do a lot of great things for students, develop skills, engineering, programming, mechanical, electrical skills, business skills. They have to raise a budget every year. And so we really appreciate that you've waived the fee for them to hold their annual banquet every year, and we're asking they do that again this year.
We have done that for them in the past, the strike zones.
I appreciate that.
And this fee, they still pay a deposit, but they get their fee waived and the deposit is returned, providing everything is good. Just so we waive it completely. Okay.
In the past, yes.
I know with the road commission meetings, they used to hold their meetings here. And with the amount of people that was here, we started charging them at least $20 or $10 just for paper products being used, but I'm good with waiving this fee altogether. I'd make the motion to, for what's the date of your meeting?
This Friday the 12th.
The strike zone, meeting here on June the 12th, waive the rental fee.
Is that date open?
They've had it for a while.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll support.
You've got it all reserved, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I support.
Motion and support to waive the fee for the strike zone for their fundraiser, banquet, what is it?
It's a banquet,
For their
just to
banquet.
celebrate the year.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you so much, I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
You guys do a lot of good work. I know kids that have went to the strike zone,
Yeah,
they come right out of school and they've got a nice paying job.
made a tremendous difference for my son, so I'm just a huge advocate for the robotics teams. They really motivate the kids with the competition aspect, I
They
think.
placed pretty high in their competitions.
They were second in the world in 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is huge.
That's
You know,
very
there
huge.
there's 500 or 600 teams from all over the world that compete at the World Championship, and so they came in second.
Does Lapeer have 2 different robotics
Yes.
teams?
Yes, there's
And
two
is
high
the strike
schools.
zone the top one? Are they the?
Well, I mean, I think that they do very well. I hate to
There's
put
not
them
a A and
against
a
each
B,
other
there's
like that. Right, but there's 2 separate teams that are, they're actually just across from each other at CFI. The other one is Chimeras. And I work for Cypress and we sponsor both of those teams.
All right, keep it up.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Wondering if you have any plans for the rest of Higley Road? It has still not been patched. The last time it was patched was in March. I've had 2 calls in. And I know it's a short road now between a lot of good paved roads, but we hate to be forgotten. And now it's, you know, every rain, the worst areas are just peeling away.
I'll talk to the road commission.
Okay. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I don't mean to be rude, but I should come back to work.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No, you have to sit until the meeting's over.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to the agenda. Any public time from the people out here? On the board? We are at public time if you would like to speak before we move on.
Thank you.
Let's go to general correspondence for review. We'll start with the fire reports. I mean, anytime there's wind, we get a lot of calls in our township for a month. And we had 11 of them in May. On the back of your papers, there's the calendar. Go ahead and print 2-sided for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, we've got construction code minutes. June is our annual meeting, so we will be having our annual meeting this month. Election of new officers that are expiring and approve the agenda moving forward. Library report is in there. Our representative is with her mother at a doctor's appointment today, I guess. Jill's not here.
She's having surgery, her mother.
Anything for Jill, Chief?
Yes. Okay. This is from the May meeting. They approved the repair of bus number 51 with a full engine replacement and a 3-year warranty for 15 miles. There were 774 rides to wellness provided in April, and the demand was even greater than they could accommodate. So more rides could have been provided if they had more vans in their fleet, and they have been given an option to purchase up to 4 vans from a Saginaw Transit. 3 of the vans were 2019s, 1 was a 2016. They all had lifts and running boards, and they like vans now, and they're especially good for the Rides to Wellness program because it only requires a chauffeur's license to drive the van, and it's easier for people to get in and out of, and just easier to have it on the road. So it was a really good deal. The Blue Book value for the models was $28,000, and they would be sold to GLTA for approximately $10,000 each. So the board did approve the purchase of up to 4 vans at a maximum amount of $38,000. So this is all a little bit older. I don't know what has transpired since it was approved. Phase 2 of repaving the parking lot has been approved by MDOT and bids are being gathered from 12 different paving companies. The deadline to receive quotes was May 29th and the cost is covered by a grant.
The parking lot is approved by MDOT?
Well, I mean, it might be because, I don't know that, I'm not saying like they can't do it if MDOT doesn't approve it, but there must be something about it that has to be approved by MDOT. And it may be related to there's a grant, so maybe the grant is from MDOT. And then on April 17th, a Rides to Wellness van was in an accident. It was not their fault. A semi truck was at fault. Nobody was hurt, and the van is repairable, and the repair cost should be covered by insurance.
Alright, thank you. David, the police stats for May of 2026.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, for the month of May, we had 206 calls for service. On our off hours, when we're not working, 25 incidents were handled by other departments. We did have 5 crashes last month, which was a significant reduction from April. 16 traffic stops, which is similar. 8 domestic or other trouble calls. 15 agency assists to other departments. Most of those were medical. 120 property checks. Now those have taken a significant decline because we only have one now and that's ongoing because the gentleman's in a rehab facility. We spent 12.9 hours on that. We had 42 directed patrols for roughly 12.7 hours, and we spent 22 hours in subdivisions for a number of 80 checks. 5 officers worked that month, and we had 305 hours listed on our.
The directed patrols and subdivisions aren't, I mean, the 22 hours of subdivisions, that's not a directed patrol.
No, that's just a subdivision check because we separate the two. So yes, Stacy Lakes is Pine Lakes. And we do have a department shoot this month, and I've got some training scheduled for me, Stacy, and Neil because we have to have so many hours for CPE credits, and Lapeer City does the guy takes care of Neil and Seth and Chris, so they usually don't attend trainings every now and then. We'll book them in for them, but their hours for the alcohols is so. And when we get that scheduled and going, it'll be for tracking lost people, criminals, outdoor fun for Stacy. You're gonna have to get up and move around a little bit. Otherwise, that's it for the month.
Any questions for me?
They're pretty normal.
Very normal. Minus we, of course, everybody knows some people's favorite coffee spot is no longer serving coffee. The Slaveville Market burned down last Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and appears to be a total loss.
It appears to be.
Oh, it certainly is. Got 4 miles in.
Nothing in between.
Nothing between.
Well, that's kind of a mainstay stop for a lot of people for a lot of years.
Fires seem to be, big fires seem to be
Going.
kind of
Prevalent right now?
That pallet
yeah,
factory.
out on Shaw Road, that big cardboard factory.
Pallet factory.
Yeah. Huge fire.
Alright, thanks, Dave. Yep. Mr. Wise, County Commission report.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor, board members. At our full board meeting on May 28th, we appointed Jackie Bennett as the Chief Financial Officer of the county effective June 1st. She's been serving as an interim CFO since November of 2024. We adopted a resolution to fund the disaster contingency fund with $100,000. That's in some sort of an emergency, tornado, hazmat, whatever. We authorized Administrator Sanso to negotiate potential arrangements with 3 local companies for county-wide recycling. We're still working on recycling. It's a 4-county effort. in large part, as when Chairman Howell was state rep, he introduced the bill to reward municipalities, counties who joined with other counties to do it. So that's why it's a 4-county effort. But we're looking at 3 locations in Lapeer County for recycling. We set the annual Truth and Taxation public hearing for this week, the July 11th meeting. And we agreed to hold the July 9th community hall meeting in the historic county courthouse. We've always had one meeting in the old courthouse, except for last year because it was being redone. We weren't able to, so we're looking forward to being up there on July 9th. And finally, please, the Elmont Township and Elmont Village agreed to a new police contract. Because I think I said last month, I wasn't in favor of hiring 6 more deputies to replace the Elmont Police Department with regard to the township. So thankfully they got together and approved a 3-year contract. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Well, I mean, everybody, I think, sort of figured they would come to terms.
Yeah, it made more sense, I think, than the other option.
I mean, could you even have that many Elmont officers to take care of the village? I mean, aren't just wasting money?
Well, it's interesting, maybe either of you may know, like Metamora Township has the police department, which of course covers the village. Dryden Township has a police department, which covers the village.
Right.
But in Elmont, it's the village who has the police department, and then there's a contract to cover the rest of the township. I've never
I don't
understood.
know how that ever got divided like that.
Yeah,
Well, it's because Elmont had the police department, has had it for a long time, and then the township decided they needed some coverage, so they,
okay,
More coverage.
that's how it started, and
okay,
now that's the way it is.
all right, thank you.
Thanks, Greg. The minutes from May 11th, 2026, regular meeting.
Well, I read them, and they make,
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll support it.
May 11th meeting.
We got a motion and support to approve the minutes as presented from May 11th, 2026, regular meeting. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer is not here. Her report is in the packet.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
Support.
Motion and support to approve the treasurer's report as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Clerk's report. Sam?
Are there any questions on any of the bills?
I had one, I just gotta figure out where it is. On page 2, item 4515 and item 4525. They're both billings to Lapeer County drop-off recycling. They're 2 days apart. Is that something that, should be a 1-month billing, or is that, how do we get to?
No, they,
And they're both for about the same amount. 144 in the first one, 140 in the second one.
one was for April 13th and one was for May 16th.
They just send them at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay,
They do that
so they
sometimes.
had a delayed
Yeah.
billing? Okay,
Yeah.
that explains it. Good.
And they also, their treasurer is out of commission, so they're having somebody else take care of it, so that could be why. But usually we get 2 at the same time.
Okay.
If you see a couple of bills must have came in. And this
No,
is,
that was just the 2, those 2
oh,
numbers
you
added.
just added these together.
So this is the correct amount that we have? I'll make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $67,063.82.
Support.
Motion and support, pay the bills in the amount of $67,063.82. Is there any further discussion? Samantha, would you pull the board?
Phil,
Yes.
Ben,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam, yes.
Bills are paid. All right. Moving on, as you read the cover letter that Nancy put together because she wasn't gonna be at this meeting, I'll let Sam talk about it, but she might know more about it, but it's pretty self-explanatory in the letter, but she wants to switch credit card payments and switch them to BSNA.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We're not gonna be able to, BSNA won't support, point and pay. And all of the webinars she's been watching and the meetings she's had with the account manager, it actually seems like it's gonna be a lot better process and, easier than how we're doing it.
I heard Nancy talking about with BSNA, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I overhear a lot of conversations in the office.
And you remember it.
But with the BSNA, it sounds like they won't post the payment until it clears. Where Point and Pay was posting the payment, then the people that made the payment would cancel the
Yeah.
payment. And that really messed up Nancy's.
When we would get chargebacks, it really messes with your bank recs and your bank statements, so yeah, this
seems like a no-brainer to me. I don't know what we paid for Point and Pay's little swiping machine.
we never had an actual swiping machine, that's why Nancy was the only one who was ever able to process a credit card payment, cause she had to log in and do it on the computer, there's never like a card, reader or anything. And again, like how it's been, any fees from credit card companies, we don't absorb them, it's on the taxpayer.
And with the BSNA, just like Point and Pay, this is only for taxes.
You don't do credit cards for everything else.
You don't do credit cards for anything else.
Yeah, all rent, nothing like that. And BSNA is the process, or company that we're involved with.
BSNA is all of our software, so it doesn't, and it sounds like it's just gonna be easier and possibly they'll even send out or something about sending the tax bills themselves or something, I don't know, it just sounds better than how we've been doing it. And we only had 2 options, so.
Well, I think it's gonna be a good deal for us.
Well, I'll make the motion that we go with BSNA.
The amount, was it $300? Is
Yeah.
that a one-time payment?
Yeah.
Or is that yearly or just?
It's the one-time payment, I don't know what it says in here, we have software we pay yearly.
As a
There's
one-time.
no monthly fee or anything, it's just a straight $300.
The $300 was for the
Right.
term,
License.
the swiping
Term.
term.
Yeah.
So it's a one-time cost, it says right in the letter here.
All right, I support.
Motion support to approve the BSNA payment software with the $300 purchase of the
Handheld card reader.
card reader. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, the L4029, the 2026 tax request. This is the final number, and you can see with the headly that it is down a little bit than last year. This is something that our assessor provides for us, and it needs to be approved every year.
Okay, I'll make the motion.
I'll support.
Motion support to approve the 2026 L4029. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Now we are to the point with our special assessment district for Wind Lake to approve the resolution for issuance of the special assessment bond. And I will turn the floor over to Eric McLaughlin, our bonding attorney, and you can tell us about it.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor, members of the board. Thanks for having me here this morning. The resolution before you is the it's the last formal step that the board has to take in order to authorize financing for the road improvement projects in Wind Lake's Special Assessment District. The resolution authorizes an issue of special assessment bonds up to $227,468.50. It pledges the collections of the special assessment as the primary security for repaying the bonds, and also pledges the township's standard taxable faith and credit in the event that the collections of the special assessments are insufficient to pay the debt service on the bonds. Some terms have been negotiated with the bank that are favorable to the township, and so if this resolution is approved, then we would go ahead and finalize those terms through a set of closing documents in order to be signed by the supervisor. The resolution delegates all the necessary authority to the authorized officer, which includes the supervisor, to sign the necessary documents and take immediate actions in order to complete the sale, issuance, and delivery of the bonds to the bank. Are there any questions about the resolution, what it does?
Just like we had before.
This is just one of the steps that we have to take to get it all legalized, and this has been a lengthy process.
They all are.
They all are.
So that's the final amount we're.
Yeah.
Between.
That is the final amount.
10 pending.
This is the amount that is approved.
Right.
And my questions to Eric, when he was sending these over to us, what if the road work isn't done? But then I got thinking about past special assessment districts we did. You have to have this date and number somewheres. So we actually had, in your subdivision when it was done, about 6 people come in and prepay the amount stated in the documents.
Right.
The project came in much lower, so then refunds were issued. And then everybody's number was adjusted for their yearly fee that didn't pay it.
Right.
Because you just can't have an open-ended resolution, you gotta have a closure date on it. So that didn't serve us any problems the last time with the refunds, and I don't see why it would this time. And then here I am hoping the project comes in lower.
Right.
And
Well,
stay
I think
together.
all of them have so far, haven't they?
They all have so far.
I just want to make a final point about the amount that's being authorized in the resolution. So when this closes, the township will receive funds to pay for the construction, and then when it's complete, if it comes in much lower, then one of the terms that we're expecting from the bank is the ability to prepay at any time without penalty. So if it comes in lower and you end up with more money in the bank than you need to complete the project, then you'll be able to give the bank notice, either 5 or 3 days notice, and then pay off the chunk that you don't need.
I'm sure it says in this resolution, but how much higher, let's say it comes in higher.
Yeah.
How much higher can we go from this number without having to do another signing of another resolution?
Well, you have some options. If it comes in higher, the township, if it chose to, could use general funds to cover any overage. If it was, I believe it's more than 10% over the assessed amount, then you have to kind of go through another public hearing cycle with the, in order to increase the roll and assess the additional amounts to the parcels.
Is that a 1 meeting cycle?
It'd be a 1 meeting cycle, yeah. You could do 2 meetings, but it's usually just done as 1.
But the amount of the contingencies the road commission adds into their final price usually has not exceeded their number. So.
Okay,
So far.
Yeah.
So I would entertain a motion to approve this resolution and get it going.
I'll make it.
I'll support.
Motion and support to approve the resolution of authorizing issuance of special assessment bonds for the Wind Lake Road improvements. Is there any discussion? Samantha, would you poll the board?
Sam, yes. Bill?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes. Resolution is approved. and will we have this all signed and give it to Eric? Do you take this to the bank? What's the next step?
The next step, once it's available, I'll need 3 original certified copies of this resolution. You can mail it to my office, US mail is fine. I'll get in contact with the bank, and we'll set a closing date that's mutually agreeable between the township and the bank, and then we'll prepare the documents and get them signed and provide to the bank.
All right. Thank you.
I have one more question though, because we're dealing with this other subdivision that wants to do maybe a partial job. They don't wanna do the complete thing. They wanna go and do patch and overlay,
That's not.
but the road commission won't guarantee it. So if there's no guarantee, there's no bond, they won't bond, right? If the
Won't
bank-
guarantee what
The
aspect of
engineer,
it.
that's not the engineer's,
Recommendation.
recommendation.
Doesn't meet the standards of the other.
So, yeah, I mean, if it's not going to be guaranteed by the company doing the job,
Because
then they won't, the bonding company.
just
won't
what
take it,
you're
right?
saying, if you remember correctly,
Okay.
when Eric came to our first meeting, the years of the bond repayment was linked to
The life of the
the
job.
life of the road
Right,
of the recommendation of the county engineer.
right.
So you can't do even a 10-year bond if the engineer says this job might last 2 years at the most.
Right.
You're not gonna get a bond agreement to do anything.
Right.
Is that correct?
Okay,
Well, if you'll give me I don't have the details on that other project, but maybe we could talk about it, offline and, bring back up a future public meeting, but I don't know any of the specifics.
The proposed was to go and, grind up and resurface and put a brand new road down. Their option was, let's go in and seal coat it and tar and stone it.
Yeah.
And,
we had one person giving us,
and
Quite a
it's
time
like,
about
the road
it.
commission says that's not gonna last. I mean, that's not gonna last,
A year.
5 years. Yeah.
But, the fact is, we have not hired a bonding attorney yet for this
right, well, I
project.
just,
And
so that we'd be able to tell the gentleman, we can't do it that way, because we can't
Well-
get bonding coverage for it.
Right.
Right.
The road commission engineer said that he would be coming up with other hopefully viable options for the next meeting. And hopefully at that point, we can move forward and start securing a bonding attorney and
Right.
actually getting it out to bid. So
I
we'll
just
see where
wanted to be
it
clear
goes.
on that, as well.
Yep.
Okay,
I think, obviously, like Eric said, he doesn't know any of the details of the project, but I think you're exactly right.
Okay.
You can't bond a project, it's
Right.
not gonna be guaranteed to last. All right, so with the approval of that resolution, we have the road agreement, the project agreement for the Wind Lake Road. And where I haven't heard yet from the road commission, I told them to get this out there and at least start making preliminary, reserve that company to start the work.
right.
Just nothing official, not to start anything, but at least get them lined up because to get us on their schedule.
Does it matter that this amount is different?
I was just looking at
I
that.
was just looking at that myself, about a $60,000. Pretty close to $60,000 difference.
Oh, you're forgetting one thing. The township pays a lot of that
Pays a
money
portion of it,
for
yeah.
the cross tubes.
13,000 or something for that.
It's more than that.
15,000.
Oh, we
So
got
that's
it's
a
right up there
township
on the top,
That's not still
15,653 for cross
60,000.
tubes.
This number does not match our resolution that we just approved.
What is the number here?
281,354. Every paper that we've got from the road commission so far has
something different here.
Township cross culvert, 15,000 is included in the total. So if we're paying that, that shouldn't be in the total. Right?
Well, it doesn't matter if it is or not, it's still higher.
Yeah, we're still,
It's part of the road agreement, it's gotta be in there.
yeah, we're still about 30,000 gap there.
We can not do anything with this road agreement and have a conversation with the road commission. I think that'd be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, usually we may have to just have a special meeting. If we have to do this before
Right.
July's.
So obviously they need this signed before any road work commences, but we need to get some clarification on these numbers. Because they do not match what we've been told the whole process through the special assessment meeting. All right, so we will push this off to another day. A lot of people say table it, but when you table something, we're supposed to come back to it and finish it at that meeting. So we're not tabling this, we're not taking any action on it. We are back to public time.
I just have one short comment. It's regarding the library. As you know, there's a new director. He's unfortunately already made one misstep and he's hired somebody for a position that hasn't been a position at the library for about 10 years. He hired outside of the current staff. He did not take it to the board before he hired this person. It, of course, was approved retroactively at the following board meeting, but now they are going to have to make a budget amendment to pay for this new position.
What type of a position is this?
Assistant director, but it's a position that like she said, it hasn't existed in
10 years or so.
Yeah, he unilaterally decided this and unilaterally chose the person to be this assistant director, and like she said, no approval from the board. That was very concerning.
Does the road commission get, or I'm sorry, the county commission get involved in the library stuff at all?
No, it's
They have a representative.
it's not a county library, it's
Right.
a library
So
district.
you've got a representative for the county?
Yes, we appoint representatives, but it's.
If there's a county one, you have to
Yeah,
get that position approved.
When they went to the district library, there was somebody who wanted to have a county library, and
Yeah.
and they said no.
All right, anything else? Reports, EMS, Bill?
Well, so far this year we're up for billing income over $200,000, which is looking good. They did a AED group purchase, I think, yeah, we were involved in, so they purchased 39 AEDs at a discount for all the departments.
I have one question about that. I think that we purchased 3, correct?
Right.
One for each car and then one for in here in the office?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody needs this done and I'm standing here. Don't know how to do it.
Oh, so
Is it so simple on the instructions that anybody can do it?
Yes.
There's no training involved, is what I was trying to ask.
No, we have training every other year through CPR and AED training. But they are designed so a layperson could operate it if needed.
If you got somebody that walks in the lobby and has an issue, you gotta take time to read the instructions and then try to apply it while being under pressure.
It does talk to you. It says, well, I don't know about these new units. Our old units, I mean, it's so self-explanatory. There's pictures for you, like an IKEA building up a box or whatnot, but it's very simple to operate. There's 2 pads.
3 hours.
You put one pad here, you put one pad here, you push the button, and you listen to the lady say, continue compressions or stand back for a shock.
So you could train the employees here then?
I legally couldn't because, but we could get somebody in here.
But I mean, we can open this thing up and at least make ourselves familiar with it.
Right.
Correct.
You can read the directions.
And when you see it, you'll be surprised on PCDS.
Here's something I mean, here I am tasked with using this apparatus on somebody and not knowing about it.
On the pads itself, like the pad that goes up here, it tells you on the pad where to put it on the body. The other pad does the same thing, and then you just let it go through its cycle, and it says continue compressions or no shock advised, or shock advised, stand back.
Okay, I'm just curious about that. Sorry for interrupting.
That's all right. Updated our policies, nothing special there. That's about it.
Yeah, well, planning commission.
We approved an oversized, building on Bowers Road, in the area of the airport. Just a little bigger building than, over the 2,500 square foot. And then we had another person, attend the meeting requesting, if he could go forward with a building that was 60 feet by 200 feet, which would be 12,000 square feet, which is way 4 or 5 times over the limit. So we told him that we probably would not approve that, and that he might want to look at an agricultural.
He's working.
Okay. And then he could do that if he wanted, so I think that's, yeah, he was talking about pursuing.
What was the planned use for that?
Well, storage, farming,
Oh, okay.
it's at the old, golf range location.
Okay.
He's gonna have a little farming.
You got the acreage to be considered a farm?
You got what, 28 acres?
You need 1 acre to be considered a farm today, Bill.
Okay, so
And
if he
that
goes
makes
to the
it-
farm, he doesn't need a permit, right?
Right, if
No,
he,
you're
he's
right.
gotta get that rating first.
Oh, okay.
But it's just not as easy as saying I'm a farm. I mean, you need to actually be a farm. There's no issues with authorizing that large.
What's the requirement to be a farm?
You can go through the Michigan Department of Agriculture and get classified as a farm. But if there's bona fide agricultural activity happening on that property, you can become a farm. But that being said, I've been placed in a very difficult situation as supervisor because our ordinance used to define a farm. Used to. And that was 40 contiguous acres with
Right.
agriculture happening on at least 50% of it.
That's kind of what I thought, yeah.
That's what it used to be. It isn't that way anymore. But you'll also get these people that come in, well, I rent 5 acres to DeLong's. It's 100% farmed. I need to build a big building out there. Well, for what? Then they don't have I said, you gonna store your tractors and plows in there or what? Well, I don't know yet. No, I'm not going to do that for you. You're just skirting the ordinance to build a larger building and with the marijuana activity, we just don't allow all those. So that's made my job difficult, not having a definition of a farm.
Sounds like we need one.
No, because
You don't want one?
just like our political signs, we used to have
Right.
an ordinance on political signs.
Okay.
Now, this freedom of speech says they can have political signs up year round and as big as they want, whenever they want.
Yeah, we went through that.
So
Yeah.
the same thing with the barns, we have 2,400 square footage limit.
Yeah.
And you pick a limit at some point, but somebody's always gonna have an exception to that, so
Right.
they have to get a special approval to do it. In John McMullen's case, he built those big barns for all those car things, and he had to go the agricultural route as well.
Okay.
I think some of those barns were there before McMullen.
Yeah, they were horse farms, but he built like, 3 large.
But he was also a legitimate farm.
Yeah, right.
So, there's ways to do things and it's not always easy to make the decision if it's legit or not. So, one thing we don't have on here, and I can't even tell you the date right now, the next MTA meeting, so that's gotta be coming up in June, I would think.
Every other month, right?
Yeah.
June.
But,
June, I think it's June 15th.
do you know which township?
I feel like it was Hadley. I think it was Hadley, yeah.
But, if any of you are interested in going, there will be an agenda sent out to all of our board members now, because I sort of requested that to happen. If we need to up our attendance of officials of those. But, next planning commission meeting, June 15th, providing there's anything on the agenda.
There's not, cause that was the building.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was through that.
Okay, well, that'll be determined, what,
This week.
later this week, if it's gonna be a,
And unfortunately, our website is in mode of transferring to our new one, which me and Janelle are doing training tomorrow on that. So I can't add or take anything off right now, so until our new one, it's pretty much ready to go, we just have to learn how to. So
But,
I won't
I
be able
mean-
to take it off.
good for you guys to get this thing all put together though. I mean, they did extend it by a year on this ADA stuff,
Yeah, I saw that.
but we're gonna have ours is done, basically.
It is, but the biggest challenge that I talked about with her is the documents, going forward. The way that our agendas, everything, the way we do everything is not ADA compliant. So
Right.
you pretty much have to, every application we have is not ADA compliant, so even though the website will be ADA compliant, all of our documents, every application we have, contact form, everything, we have to change pretty much.
But according to the gals at Construction Code, they're now ADA compliant out there with their website. Once you figure out how to do it, they said it's easy to do.
Ask a question. I attempted to pull up the agenda this morning and it wouldn't pull up any agendas. The only thing it came up with was meetings.
And I haven't been able to get on there, so
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with it, cause once they started transferring everything, I couldn't touch anything.
Okay,
So
maybe
But
that's why.
if you ever want an email, we can send you one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe when they were transferring things got messed up, but I'm hoping that after our training tomorrow, I don't see why it should be more than another week before it's live. It looks really good, I'm really happy with it.
Great. Alright, no further business, we can adjourn.
I could be wrong on it, June 15th, they just.
Well, we'll look,
FYI.
but,
Hey, Sam,
I think it's probably.
if you can't get into, can you still get into the old website for properties?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Cause
just,
I haven't had it in a couple weeks and that's,
no, I can log into it, but I can't get into the